So today I want to talk about the 6 things that I think that make British homes feel so much cozier than American homes. The very first time that I walked into a British home, I swear, I felt like the house gave me a hug. For some reason, the house just had this really cozy, comfortable feeling. And the minute I walked in, I just wanted to kind of sit down and have a warm beverage. Very British, don't judge me. They have blankets everywhere. I'm not kidding. Like in America, I always had to throw a blanket on the couch because I might catch a chill in the evening, or for the dog to lay on, that kind of thing. And it was hardly used, in all fairness, and probably a little bit more decorative. The UK, it's blanket central. You have woolly blankets, you have knitted blankets, you have fleece blankets, and they're everywhere. It makes me want to like build a fort like you did as a kid. And it doesn't matter if it's the middle of July and it's 28 degrees outside. That is like almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit for my fellow Americans. There's a blanket draped over the arm of the sofa, even in the middle of summer. And strangely, you sit down and you kind of want to snuggle up in it, even if you're not that chilly. And I found myself, even as an American, having my blanket kind of on me just every time I sit down, even if I'm not really cold or chilly. It just feels really comfortable. But I don't know. It's the power of the blanket. It's amazing. It just makes you feel comfortable and cozy. I love it. So obviously, we're in the UK. Kettles are in every household. They have the electric kettles, not the camping kettles that you put on the stove that whistle when the water starts to boil. The US doesn't really understand or agree with the actual art of making tea. It's a little bit more of here's the hot water, maybe you add a tea bag, you dip it a little bit, some sugar, maybe a little bit of milk, and then you're done. But the kettle is a staple. It's almost like a member of the family. I've actually seen people get upset when their kettle goes because they have this connection with it. It's kind of weird, but very British. They go to it 24/7. They're always having a cup of tea, even in the dead of summer. Whenever you walk into a British person's home, the first thing that they want to do is put the kettle on for you. And it's a way of welcoming you into your home and making you feel comfortable in their surroundings. And it's kind of something I think that we've lost in America. This one confused me at first because I was kind of like, radiators are not really used a lot in modern American homes anyway. Under the windows, that's kind of weird. I mean, that's usually the coldest part of the room, right? It seems like it'd be inefficient, but absolutely not. This is actually very genius. So there's a lot of older windows here in older homes. Obviously, the homes are very old here in the UK. The radiator heats up where the cold tries to sneak in, like all those drafty windows in those areas. And suddenly, you don't have icy toes while you're watching television. In the States, we have these big vents that kind of blow the air around, or electric base heaters that just kind of hum ominously. And here it's a warm, gentle radiator that's kind of tucked under the window. It's a little bit out of the way, so it's not intrusive in the room. And honestly, it's one of the most comforting things about a British house. It heats the room in a completely different way, and I love it. Also a staple in every household, and it will definitely come out as the tea's coming out when you're visiting someone in their home. The tea and biscuits, it just goes together. It's just a thing. What are you gonna do? The biscuit tin comes out and there's basically leftovers from packages that they haven't finished, and you never know what you're gonna get. And it's kind of fun. Sometimes it's just like a little bit of a snack box. You're definitely gonna have biscuits in there, but you also might have like some leftover sweets in there, maybe some crackers that they left in the package that they didn't want to go bad, chocolate coins from Christmas time, and maybe even like, I don't know, some random safety pin or something. Who knows? You just don't know what you're gonna get. It's not just a container, it's almost like an experience, and it's kind of suspenseful and intriguing. Also, even if it is just full with biscuits, it's full with biscuits that you're not sure what the biscuits are gonna be. You don't know what they have, you don't know what's left over, right? And I do find myself, because I love bourbons. I don't know how to say it properly, but I love them. They're my favorite biscuits, and I find myself like digging through the biscuit tin to find them because they're my favorite. In America, if you want a cookie, they'll just bring the pack of cookies out most of the time. But here it's a treasure hunt, and I absolutely love it. Very British, and it is something that I always get a kick out of whenever we get to participate in it. So I don't care how American you are, everybody agrees that a fire is instantly cozy. Here in Britain, even if you don't have a working open fireplace, you'll probably have a stove or some kind of cast iron situation going on. And it is amazing. I have to admit, we had an electric fireplace in my house back in Pennsylvania because our fireplace was closed off and we couldn't use it in the house that we lived in. And I liked that, but of course it's not the same as having actual wood burning fire, the coal, stone burning fire. Stones, coal, I'm not sure they don't use coal anymore, obviously. It's not 1700s. Anyway, I grew up never having a fireplace, and I kind of always thought they were a Christmas movie thing, and only rich people had them. But here they're normal. I mean, they were part of all of the homes at one point, right? That's how they heated them. Even if you're in a home where you can't use the actual wood burning fireplace anymore, most people have some kind of stove. And I'll tell you, there's nothing better than coming in from a cold, damp, rainy day, sitting down with the fire going. I don't get to experience this in my home right now, but every time that I go to my family member or friend's home that has this, I have to admit it is an absolutely relaxing, comfortable feeling. Almost like I'm defrosting myself. It sounded so gross. Even the things like pellet stoves, they give this ambiance and this exude the actual warmth makes you feel warm, not just literally but figuratively. And the British people definitely have perfected the cozy by flame mantra by far. America does comfort food well, macaroni and cheese, love it. Fried chicken, biscuits and gravy, don't knock it till you try it, especially if you want me to try jellied eels. Anyway, love all of those things, definitely my favorite, miss them a lot. But British comfort food has its own special power. We're talking shepherd's pie, bangers and mash, fish pies, hearty filling, soul-warming stuff that pair very well with a warm drink. Obviously, a good cup of tea is a preference, but any warm drink will do. And you tend to just forget that you spent the last 20 minutes being pelted by icy rain and that somehow came at you sideways because it's Britain. But it's not just food, it's like edible warmth. It fills you up. They're usually relatively easy and inexpensive to make, and it just absolutely comforts you and clears your mind of all the negativity of the day. So those are the 6 things that I believe make British homes ridiculously cozy. If you put it all together, you don't just visit, you kind of nest. And every time I walk into a British house now, I completely get it. No matter what the weather is like outside, it's all about the vibe that's inside the house. It is pure comfort. And that is one of the amazing things about living here in the UK.